Nobody drives the Devesте 8 in GTA 5 Online, so today we're going to be checking it out to see if it's underrated or is it actually that bad. Also, let me know in the comments if you know what this thing is based off. Not gonna lie, I have no idea what this thing is based off. Okay then, so let's start customizing the Deveste 8. Now I do want to say that I've already put on HSW on this vehicle and I got it for completely free. This is a GTA Plus thing, otherwise the HSW will cost you like around $1.1 million, so just keep that in mind. Okay then, so let's start customizing this vehicle. Let's put full armor on this vehicle. Brakes, let's put some HSW brakes. For the bumpers, we have front bumpers. In the front bumpers, we have a primary bridge, a secondary bridge, a black bridge, and a carbon bridge. Nothing too special, so let's just go with the carbon bridge because everything is carbon down there, so why the hell not? Rear bumpers, we got some primary diffuser, a secondary diffuser, a carbon diffuser, a primary fin diffuser, that's super cool, and we got that in secondary as well. For the chassis, we got a primary trim, which is over here. We got a secondary trim, we got that in carbon. We got secondary light strips, that's super cool. I'm wondering if that glows. I'm not exactly sure, but we have to see that. And we got that in primary as well. I'm gonna go with that in primary. Engine, let's go on and max this thing out. For the exhaust, we got some chrome exhaust. We got the titanium stubby. We got that in gold as well. We got the chrome extended. It's basically the same exhaust but just pulled out a little more. It looks pretty weird. Not gonna lie, for such a luxury car. We got that in gold as well. We got the chrome jet engine. That's super cool. We got the gold jet engine. We got those in titanium and back to stock. Liveries, we got some pink pinstripes. That looks interesting as hell. We got the group sex livery. That's beautiful. Love that shit. Love that shit. We got the plus 9000. What are these liveries, dog? I don't understand these liveries. This shit is from like Mario or something. I don't know what's happening. We got the yellow stripes. That looks super cool. We got the Lux stripes. That is pretty interesting as well. We got the gray pinstripes. That looks super cool. We got the negative stripes. It basically just puts like this outline around the car in like black. That looks super cool. Then we got Louis Vuitton in GTA. Looks quite cooked in my opinion. Then we got the junk livery. That looks ugly as hell. And then we got the ammunition livery. Not gonna lie, looks pretty good. And then we got the HSW racing livery and then the HSW elite livery. What should we make the respray? A purple could look super good on this vehicle. We also got some browns over here, some creams and shit. Some blues as well. The ultra blue looks super good. We got some more blues. We got some greens, some yellows as well. Some oranges, some reds and pinks, and then some grays as well. I might just go with midnight purple, honestly. That just looks super sick. Let's go with midnight purple. For the secondary, I'll also make that midnight purple. Midnight purple. Midnight purple. For the trim color, what does the trim do? It does this. And then something in the back, I feel like. Yeah, it does this too. That's super cool. I feel like some brown could look super good. Maybe even a purple could work. Maybe like a midnight purple. Midnight purple. Let's just go with midnight purple. Might as well. For the spoiler, we got a flex spoiler. We got the aggressor spoiler. That's super cool. We got that in primary. And then we got the carbon spoiler. That is huge. We got the split aero spoiler. That is super cool. We got the competition spoiler. A rear mounted spoiler. That is humongous. We got the GT spoiler. Never mind. That is even bigger. Then we got the livery GT spoiler. And then we got the HSW street wing. And then we got the HSW race wing. And back to stock. I could potentially go with the split aero spoiler because that looks pretty good. But I was also thinking of something like the aggressor spoiler because the aggressor spoiler actually looks super good. The competition spoiler also looks super good. I'm actually going to go with the competition spoiler. For the suspension, we can drop it down to lowered suspension and HSW suspension. Transmission, let's put the HSW transmission. And for the turbo, let's put the stage 3 turbo. And yeah, let's go on with the wheels. There are a lot of wheels that could suit this car, but there are also a lot of wheels that won't. We might even go with the carbon solars because those look amazing. I'm gonna go with the carbon solars. That looks amazing. Windows, we can do a little light smoke, a dark smoke, and a limo tint. You can actually tint the top of the windshield as well, as you can see. That looks super cool. That is sick. That is like something you never see on cars in GTA. For that reason, I'm going to go with it in a light smoke. The final thing we have to do is the lights. I'm just going to go with white, honestly. It kind of fits the car. And then neon kit, I'm going to also put that on. And it's in black because the crew color is black. So we don't actually see a neon kit on this car. Even though we get the benefits of a neon kit, which is reducing the center of gravity. Okay, then we are out. We can't really see the car properly. It's pretty dark color in the night. Thank you, Rockstar. This car is looking super good. My wing mirrors feel like they're a different color. I don't know why. Just before we continue with the video, I do want to say that 92.2% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed. So if you're finding this video useful, make sure to subscribe because I'm going to be posting a ton of content like this. So yeah, let's get back into the video. Okay then, so let's start driving this vehicle. Let's hit the W and go. A little wheel spin launch. I mean, most HSW cars have that wheel spin type of launch. Acceleration is amazing. It is losing a little bit of grip. It is a big boy with a ton of power, so we can expect that. But the acceleration is super good. It's climbing to a pretty high speed already. This thing is quite insane. This thing is turning super well. It is super grip to the ground. Yes, it oversteers a little bit, but I feel like you can control it. It isn't too harsh. It's not the type of oversteer from which you will just spin out. Maybe I take my words back. Maybe you can spin out. I think you just have to be careful with like bumps on the road when you're taking corners. This is obviously true for most cars, but I feel like this thing is getting affected by it a little bit more. Otherwise, the turning is super good. It's super planted to the ground. It's obviously not that agile. It doesn't have a good turning circle. It is quite a long vehicle. Okay then, so now we're gonna test out this thing's speed on the highway to see how fast this thing can actually go. Okay then, so we're getting onto the highway. One thing that I've noticed about this vehicle is like those logos on the back in like those gold color, like Devesty on the left and 8 on the right. That looks super good. Okay then, so let's send this vehicle in a straight line and let's see how fast it goes. It is already going incredibly fast. We can't see the speedometer that well, so I'm just gonna duck. We're hitting like 160 on this car's dash right now. That is quite fast. Now obviously the speedometers in this game are not fully accurate. They do lie a lot. Thank you Rockstar. But yeah, 160 is pretty high. This thing is flying. It is going super fast right now. It has really good grip. Like look at this turning. Look at this turning. Boys, look at this turning. This high speed turning is actually insane. In the city with all the bumps and low speed corners, this thing does slide out a little bit. But once it gets going, the grip and the traction is just insane. It turns so well. It is like I'm driving the Emirates on steroids, this thing, because the Emirates also slides out on like lower speeds, but it just planted to the ground on higher speeds. And this thing just goes much faster. So this right now is like an Emirates on steroids. Holy shit, look at this driving. Drop a like for my driving viewers. Okay then, so here is the Devesty 8. This thing is going to cost you just under $1.8 million if you don't have GTA Plus right now. With the HSW, it's going to cost you around about $2.9 million, and then with all the upgrades, you can expect to go up to like $3.5 million, maybe 3.4. But if you have GTA Plus, you will get it for completely free, as well as the HSW. In my opinion, you're getting such good value for money with this car because this car is actually super good. It has really good acceleration, a pretty decent launch, really good turning, especially on high speed, and it has a pretty good top speed. It goes to like 160 on its speedo. Obviously it's not super accurate, but from what I can see, I think this thing will be going like 150 miles per hour right now, so it is still incredibly fast. This thing doesn't break any records in terms of HSW cars, but yeah, it is still a super good car. It is super fast and super worth it in my opinion. I love this thing and I'm so happy I got this, especially for GTA Plus members, because you'll be spending like 500 grand for the car, the HSW, and maxing it out, which is insane. One disadvantage I would say with this vehicle is that it literally has no customization. There could have been a little bit more customization like on the rear bumpers and the front bumpers, so yeah, that was quite unfortunate. However, the Devesty 8 is super good. I would recommend you guys buy it, so make sure to get on GTA and buy this thing.